All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite, least educated music podcast on the internet. This is We Don't Know Toots. I am one host. I am Rob.
And I'm ye olde other host, Steven. We're brothers.
The classic other host. And wouldn't you know it, we've got one heck of a patriotic episode here today. Today, we are going to be analyzing and or critiquing the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama's Summer 2023 playlist. The songs
Which makes
that he's
it
had
law.
on rotation. Makes it law?
Makes it law. Obama said so.
Makes what law?
This playlist.
Ah, yes. What?
No.
Well, well, do with that what you will. But I guess every year, I don't guess, I've seen it every year, Obama releases or like announces like what he's had on rotation for the year. I think he does it at the end of the year too, but he does it every summer. And just so happens that this year is the perfect year to do it because now the perfect music podcast exists.
Yeah.
So here we are to look at some of the songs. We're not going to go through the whole playlist because it was like 30 songs or something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of songs.
There's a lot of songs. We both listened to the whole thing, but we're going to go through, pick out some of our favorites and make fun of some of his worst choices.
Yeah, because it's a mixed bag. Like there is just, what's funny is listening to it. It's just like the president. It's just you imagine Obama chilling in the Oval Office in some red, white, and blue slippers, and like most of this is not at all what I pictured him listening to.
Obama's got some range. I'll give him that. There was a little bit of everything in here. I was pretty surprised. I knew going into this I was not going to like have the same music taste as a 60-year-old black man who spent his life in politics, but but there were some songs that I could appreciate in there because the man's got some diversity.
Yeah, it's one thing I was wondering listening to it though. I'm like, does Obama like speak Spanish? Because there's definitely like some Spanish songs that are good, right. And I know music transcends all languages, but there are like several Spanish songs in this.
Yeah, so, the ones that are like strictly Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think the man's traveled a lot and been exposed to many cultures, so just kind of probably just something that clicked in after a while.
Yeah, so let's see here. Obama is only fluent in English. So this man...
That can't be true. I feel like that's not true.
Well, according to the Google.com, let's see here. According to...
I stand corrected.
Happily Ever Travels, which... I mean,
that's
obviously,
my go-to source for when I want to know if people are bilingual or not.
Yeah, so that's obviously the ones.
So it can't be a lie. All right, I retract my statement.
Yeah, so according to that one, let's hear. Business Insider looks like it has something else to say. I'm not scrolling through all this. It only gives me the first half of the year. Okay, let's see here. He lived in Indonesia, so he speaks a little bit of Indonesian. For
Indonesia better be worth it.
6 to 10 for me. 6 to 10. He attended school in Indonesia. Yeah, so better be worth it.
So he probably got a little bit of Indonesian. What Spanish do the Indonesians speak?
I don't think they speak Spanish. They speak Indonesian. Indonesia is in Asia.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
So the Asian kind of Spanish, where it's not Spanish at all and it's actually Indonesian.
Ah, right.
Which is one of the most useful.
I remember being offered that in high school.
The Indonesian Spanish 101.
All right, let's start this off with a heater, Steve. What was your least favorite song on this whole list?
Okay,
don't even start with the good stuff. Start with the bad one, the worst, if you can.
So I'm going to I think what my like for sure least favorite one was The World Is Yours by Nas.
Really? Whoa.
It was just so like
spicy take.
Yeah, I'm coming. It was spicy take. Because the lyrics were so dumb. It's so like I was listening to this playlist today while, I mean, it's
Mhm.
not for the first time because I usually listen to it while working, but I was listening today while I was doing like staining and painting this like shelf. So like my hands had stuff on it, so I couldn't skip songs, and I wanted so badly to just skip through this song. It was, I don't know. I just thought it was really like sometimes these kind of songs just sound like little like 14-year-old boys trying to sound tough, trying to sound bad. And
Okay.
that's what this song sounded like to me. I did not.
Well, the
So,
internet's gonna hate you for this one.
yeah, well, Nas himself can hate me and I wouldn't care because I don't think I could, other than apparently The World Is Yours, I don't know if I could tell you the title of another Nas song. Maybe I've heard one, but
You've probably heard NY State of Mind. That's his big
yeah,
one.
that sounds familiar. So, sure, maybe if NY State of Mind was in here, I'd change. But did you like this song or just you're
I
surprised because
liked it.
Nas
I
is,
don't listen to it. Well, yeah, I was more surprised because Nas is like such a big name. I mean, I haven't listened to a lot of Nas, but I did like the song. I added it to my rap playlist, so it was
well,
at least stuck out that much for me.
I won't be listening to your rap playlist anytime soon then because it's full of hot garbage. But I will say my second it was a close second because I was trying to think which one I wanted to pick was Fast Car by Luke Combs.
Yep.
That's like, that just sounds like a 14-year-old kid just wrote it. Not trying to be bad
Well,
or anything. Just, it's so,
that's a cover, right?
oh, is it? No, I didn't know that.
By Tracy Chapman from like
Oh,
I don't want to sound stupid, but I feel like it's from like the 70s, maybe like 80s or 90s. But it's an old
definitely.
one. But the original I like a lot. It's just like it's a love song about like making it with your like you and your partner are down on your luck, and you're just like, let's get in the car and let's go.
It definitely sounds like one of those older songs. Like it's definitely sounds like one of
You
those
should
older.
listen to the original. I like the original a lot. Her voice is like perfect for it. I was gonna say this might be my least favorite just because like all he did was like make a country version,
Yeah.
and like it's already such a good song in my opinion, and I'm not a country fan, so like just turning it country for no reason was not
Yeah.
a great twist.
Who's out here listening to songs and been like, you know what would be better if the like universally most hated genre covered this song and tried to make it their own? Like,
Yeah,
ugh.
that was an interesting decision by Luke Combs and an interesting decision by Mr. Obama to put
Yeah,
it in his summer rotation.
like based on the playlist, because there's a lot of older music in here. So based on the playlist, I'm surprised that the original isn't in there. Like, if it
Right.
is an older song, I'm kind of surprised that that's not what was chosen.
Yeah, the original is definitely a lot better than that.
Yeah, so those are my two. Sorry I insulted you, Rob, but them's how it bees.
You
So
didn't insult me. You just insulted 90s hip hop.
yeah, what's your bottom of the barrel?
Well, Fast Car would have been down there. Trying to
Good.
remember what another one would have been. Honestly, I couldn't really get, like we were just saying, I couldn't really get into any of like the Spanish songs just because like songs that click with me are songs that I'm gonna be able to like re-listen to and like sing along with if they have lyrics. And
Yeah,
I don't know Spanish, so it's hard for me to really appreciate those. So those are uh those are down there for me. I'm not gonna lie. The one I can't remember which one it was, but the one that had like a pretty good beat. Oh yeah, Penas con Pan by La Doña. I
perfect.
just thank you. That was you thought there was a Mexican over here for sure. But like the music was I kind of liked like the music of it. Like it sounded like the kind of music that'd be good for general summer activities. But again, I can't sing along, so it's a nope for me.
I thought Vampiros by Rosalia was pretty good. It's got like it's got like three different music styles in it though. I felt like there's a point where it had like this breakdown. I was like, oh man, this is about to turn up, but it was only for like 15 seconds
Yeah.
and switch. But I thought that one was not bad.
Mhm.
Like if you go to like it was like around like 1 150, it like starts getting into like this like beat, and I thought that's how it was gonna finish out the song, like a little bit of heavy guitar in the
Yeah.
back. So I was like, oh nice,
Yeah.
this is about to. But I thought that one was good. I didn't have anything against the Spanish song. I don't think any of them were terrible. But yeah,
No, yeah.
I don't speak it, so it makes it a little harder. Yeah. Well,
So what was the song what was one of, let's not jump to number one right now, but what was one of your favorites off the list?
so I had the song That's How Love Is Made. I thought that was a
Yeah.
good slow one. I like that one.
Yeah, I
Like,
like that one. That was a cool song.
The singer's voice was really good, and so I wrote that one down as one of my, like, if I was picking a good slow song from the playlist. This definitely is like it says summer playlist, so I just kind of imagine like a playlist you could put on while you're like at a pool party or something like
Yeah.
that, or any of these songs would work in a teen summer movie montage.
Well, it is
So,
made by a 60-year-old man, so
but that's just what I assume from summer playlist. So I didn't know. I guess it's just his top jams he's been listening to this summer. So,
or like something that reminds him of summer.
yeah. So definitely you can't just like start a pool party and put this on in the background because you're going to get a lot of weird vibes. Just,
That's gonna be a real slow pool party.
yeah. But
This
this
seems
song
more
was-
like a song for like a wedding. Like it seems like a slow dance song at a wedding.
yeah. Yeah. So I imagine him and Michelle just staring deeply into each other's eyes, listening to That's How Love Is Made by the Warren Treaty. So, made me think of Michelle. Good old Michelle Obama.
As most songs do.
Michelle Obama was always on the back of my mind, always in the back of my mind, and ready to get pulled forward to the front of my mind at a moment's notice. And Barack Obama's 2023 summer playlist kept her in front of my mind for its entirety.
And cheer.
I don't know how long is this. 2.5 hours. Wow, it's 1.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours of Michelle Obama, baby. Yeah. What else? What was your? Give me another one of your kind of not mid-range, but
Well, how about Funky Kingston by Toots and the Maytals?
yeah, that was
Great
cool.
band name, dude. Toots.
Yeah, dude.
Because I definitely didn't know those Toots coming into here, but now I do.
Yeah, this was a good summer song.
I thought that, yeah, I did. I really liked that song. It was like, it's like great music for, like you said, like a pool party or like the barbecue or like the beach or something. It was like, it
Yeah.
reminded me of like Jamaican Jimmy Buffett. Like it sounded like Jimmy Buffett, but like Jamaican.
And he's got several songs kind of like that in here where they're older, but just make you move a little bit and jam,
Oh, yeah.
man. Yeah, that was a good one. Funky Kingston.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. He's
Funky
got
Kingston.
one of the I liked he had Sitting on the Dock of Bay by Otis Redding.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that in the playlist? I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I thought that was some more good like beach music.
Yeah, that
Like
one was
chilling on
another
the front
one.
porch in a rocking chair with a cup of tea,
Yeah,
cup
Yeah.
of sweet tea.
I don't even know where it went. But yeah, that one was another one where it was good summer vibing music, not partying, but some good summer
Yeah.
vibing. But there's a good amount. There's some good soul R&B-ish
Was it?
kind of music in here. Like there's what was the Aretha Franklin song that was in here? I liked too, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just
Dr.
like
Feel Good.
yeah. I wasn't adding it to any of my playlists. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be cruising down the highway with my windows down, jamming out to this. But they're fun songs to listen to, like audio pleasing. Like what is the word I'm looking for? But pleasing to hear.
Yeah, pleasant.
Yeah, enjoyed listening to them.
I had never listened to Aretha Franklin, but now I understand the love for her because she does have a very nice voice.
Oh yeah, didn't she just die? Is she the one that
Yeah,
just died?
not too long ago, like 2 years ago, maybe.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
maybe it was more recent than that. I don't know.
I know like a popular. I could have sworn some popular like black singer just died a little bit ago. I thought
Oh,
it
she
was.
didn't. She died in 2018.
Oh, so that's not
It's a little
good
long
enough.
ago.
I don't know. I don't know. I just remember
I
everyone
know
freaking out about it on Facebook. I'm like, okay. I didn't
DMX
even.
died like last year.
I don't think that's who I was thinking of.
It's just it's easy to get them confused though.
All of the DMX's classic black womanly qualities.
Yeah, I don't know who you're thinking of, but
But yeah, so I liked her music. I like that kind of R&B. I don't know, man. I was terrible at like listening to a song. I mean, like this is the genre that goes in.
right.
Like I can't pick out what goes in what. So R&B, soul. I know that was her kind of music that she played. So that
Yeah.
like those are good songs. I like them in movies. Like they're always whenever those kind of songs go in movies, they always make me feel good about the music. I don't know.
And it's because it's Dr. Feelgood.
Which I
So,
thought was like
She knew what she was doing.
hold on, like a CBD brand or something, isn't it?
I don't know. It makes me think of the Motley Crue song Dr. Feelgood.
Dr. Feelgood. Oh, okay, yeah, that was pretty good. Is that Motley Crue?
You thought Motley Crue was over here.
Is there a Motley
Yeah,
Crue
they
or
were. I
Mexican
just
on the
kicked
end
them
of
out.
this?
We've been
phone?
hanging out this weekend, teaching me how to sing their songs.
Well, it sounds like you're getting a little too educated with Toots there, Rob.
Yeah. Well, I'm only gonna know Motley Crue, so
Yeah, that's a good one to know though. So that's a slippery slope, Rob. All right, Motley Crue.
yeah. I'm
is
not
like
trying to get too smart.
marijuana.
Don't worry.
It's
I'm
a
not trying to
gateway.
get too smart.
Motley Crue's a gateway drug.
It's a gateway to knowledge.
Yeah. First, it starts with Motley Crue. Next thing you know, we're doing live podcasts where you're wearing all tweed and talking about how Beethoven transcended Lil Nas.
I only
And you
wear
have a-
tweed on special occasions.
I only wear tweed underpants. That's the only time I'll wear tweed.
This is a situation that requires more tweed.
But yeah,
All right, so
that was another jam for me. I think the sitting on the dock.
one of the surprising, one of the songs that surprised me the most by how much I liked it was "Dance Me to the End of Love" by Leonard Cohen, the Hallelujah guy.
Dude, yeah, I marked this down because this was like I marked it down just because this was the first song in my playlist where I'm like, this is a song I would think Obama would listen to. Everything else up until that point.
Yeah. It was a cool song. Like it was it was like he has a great voice for that kind of music. Like that deep, gravelly voice goes well with those, I don't know if you call it blues or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
That's probably blues.
Yeah.
A little bit of jazz.
Something Leonard Cohen-y.
But I mean, he's one of those one-hit wonder guys in my eyes. I didn't know any of his other songs outside of Hallelujah.
I feel like I hear his name. I didn't think he was a one-hit wonder.
I mean, he probably isn't. I mean, Obama knows his music, so
yeah, so he can't.
Someone else has heard his other songs.
Well, according to Spotify, his top song is Suzanne. It's not even Hallelujah.
Wow, that's surprising.
Hallelujah is 2, and then Dance Me to the End of Love is 3. But
Suzanne didn't even make it onto Shrek the third, or the second.
First, it's the first, isn't it?
No, it's the second one where the king dies. Oh, that would be the third where the king dies, isn't it?
Yeah, he dies in the third one.
When it starts with him dying.
No. When the king dies, it's because
I remember. Third one.
Yeah, I know.
The second one's where they meet the king.
I know it's the. Yeah, I don't recognize Suzanne at all. I'm like listening to it in the background. I've never heard that. No, dude.
The second one's where they meet the king and battle the fairy godmother. The third one literally starts with, someone better be dying.
Yeah, I know, but I've got to find it.
And then the
Well,
Frog King's done.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the. Let's see here. What's Live and Let
But
Die?
then,
That's what's playing when the king dies.
oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. Yep, you're right.
Because I
Why did I
had
think it was Hallelujah?
on my old Nexus 7, my old tablet, I had the Shrek 1 soundtrack. And Hallelujah was on that.
Oh, is it on the first Shrek? Which one? Which part is it on in the first one?
Well, when it comes up, I'm pretty sure it's in the first one, though. Shrek 1 soundtrack.
Is it the part where like she picks Farquaad over him? I think that might be it.
Yeah, I'll bet that's what it is.
I think
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah, you're right.
I was thinking it was. I was thinking Shrek 2 was Shrek 1, so I'm trying to think through Shrek 2 of what happens. And I couldn't remember. Yeah, that sounds like when it would be. Yeah, so Suzanne was not in Shrek 1. All that to say, what the heck, Suzanne? Yeah. I feel like I recognize. I went to Leonard Cohen on his on Spotify, and I'm looking at like his main cover photo. I feel like I've seen him in a movie. Like,
Let me see.
I swear I've seen that guy.
It's got a old man face.
Yeah. I
He
don't know.
probably had a cameo or two in some movies,
You'd have to.
like an old World War II thriller or something.
World War II thriller.
Yeah, he looks like that kind of guy. Being in World War II, he looks like he'd have a cameo in Oppenheimer.
He looks like he'd just be a grandpa, and whatever he's in, he's a grandpa. But so yeah, that was another good one. I marked that down as a solid pick. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Walk Like an Egyptian is in here. There's those songs that you hear people talk about all the time, and I honestly don't know if I had ever heard that song until I listened to this playlist.
You've heard that song, because you know what it reminded me of as soon as it came up?
What?
It reminded me of doing dishes and Mom letting us use her iPod Shuffle to listen to music. And that song was on there, along with Lowrider and Rock Lobster and Ooh Mickey, You're So Fine. Walk Like an Egyptian was in there.
I remember that King Tut song. I don't even remember Walk Like an Egyptian.
Yeah, and the King Tut song,
there.
Yeah, no, it was definitely in there.
A different Egyptian song. King
Too
Tut.
many Egyptian songs on that iPod to keep track of.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess I'd heard it before, but like I was looking down, I'm like, oh, this is Walk Like an Egyptian. So I do that. There's a lot of those songs, and same with movies where like it's those classics, and I'm like, I don't know if I've actually ever, like, if I could identify that song to come up, I don't know if I'd actually know what it is. Like if someone asked me lyrics from it,
yeah,
I wouldn't know, aside from the title. Another one that I liked was, so I was gonna say like a song that I discovered, a new song I discovered, one of my favorites. I actually like, I don't know how you'll feel about it, but Watching the Credits by the Beths.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good summer one and a good upbeat one. I like that one a lot, actually.
I like her voice. It reminds me of, if you remember the band Tiger's Jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was at first. And I looked and I was like, nope, not Tiger's Jaw, but that's definitely what it reminded me of.
We saw Tiger's Jaw at like Warp the first year, didn't we?
We did? Aren't they from like forever ago?
You know what I think?
I don't feel like we've seen Tiger's Jaw.
Okay, well, what year was our first Warp tour? Was that 2016?
They've had some recent albums, I guess. But yeah, they're from like the early 2000s.
Yeah, well, so was, Sum 41 and,
That's true. That is true.
Who else was there, man? Okay, I've got to find it. Who I'm thinking of.
We might have seen them, but that might be how I knew them, because they're not really the kind of band that I would listen to other than like if I'm going to see them in concert or something.
Yeah, I definitely didn't really, I did not know them outside of that.
Yeah,
I knew one of their songs.
They might have been there. I don't remember going to actually see them, but
yeah,
possible they were there.
Let's see here. Oh, I wish I had these names in alphabetical order. But yeah, that does it does give me a little bit of Tiger's Jaw vibes now that you say that. But that was one of my happy surprises,
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could call it. But yeah, did you? Because so I didn't really pull any songs from here that I'm like that I'd never heard, and I'm like, yeah, adding that like to my to any playlist or
There
anything
was
like that. Like it
there
was
was only
only
there was only one that I saved like straight to my liked songs. There were a couple songs that I added to like my random playlist for me to come back to and listen to later. There were a couple songs that I added to like other playlists, but there was only one that I added to my straight to my liked songs. It was "Got Till It's Gone" by Janet Jackson and Q-Tip.
yeah, that was
I just really liked the beat. Like it had like that old school hip hop beat, and there wasn't like a ton of lyrics at the start. Like it almost was like it was borderline like a lo-fi beat, which was like really cool from Janet Jackson. And then Q-Tip's verse was really good. Just like it just had like that old school boom bap hip hop kind of sound to it. I liked it.
yeah, I like that one. Is like yeah, if I say anything, I'm just gonna be repeating what you said. But yeah, that
Yeah.
was a good one. A nice vibing, jamming kind of song. But yeah, so were you saying that one was your favorite, or just a good new one you found?
Yeah, I think that one would have been my number one. That was probably my favorite one.
I think I liked uh the Watching the Credits by the Beths. I like that one.
Yeah.
But I also found some enjoyment from Soul Survivor by the Rolling Stones. It's got
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
it's got that singing style that I really like. Like
Well,
I wouldn't call
it's
the Rolling
classic rock.
Stones, yeah, like not grungy, but yeah, that classic rock kind of almost yelly.
Yeah, it's
You
the
don't have to
Stones.
you don't have to be a good singer to be a good band kind of classic rock
Yeah.
vibe, and I like that. So
I mean,
I was
they're an iconic band for a reason. They've got so many great songs. I'd never heard Soul Survivor though. That was a good song. I
yeah.
liked finding that one. That was
See,
one that I added to one of my playlists.
I've never really like gone through and listened to the music, but I keep hearing songs of theirs that I like. So I need to go through and actually man up and listen to the Rolling Stones. I mean, they've got a magazine.
That is true. One of
They
the most iconic band, what do you call it, logos of all time.
Yeah, so I had a professor at when I was at Owens that had the Rolling Stones mouth thing tattooed on his leg.
Damn, that's dedication.
Yeah, he was like, I love the Rolling Stones. I was like,
Clearly.
you could have just told me and I would have believed you, man. Didn't have to roll up your pant leg to show me your tattoo, but all right. What are you doing after this?
So it's that kind of class.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that Soul Survivor or Watching the Credits would probably be my two that I jam to a lot. But you had some good picks. I like that Funky Kingston one a lot. I had that written down. So and I liked a lot of the older, I don't know, R&B soul kind of like you'd hear it in
So
like an old,
what's
almost some sort of like old cigar lounge club. Like I picture hearing those songs like
right? Yeah,
in some jazz music bar because he's like from Chicago, so just one of those old kind of music bars of Chicago. Like that's what some of these
right.
some of these songs were. Right, he's Chicago. Yeah, he's Chicago.
What's another song that hit the bottom of the list for you then?
Hit the bottom of the list for me. I don't know where I would say was at the hit the very bottom of the list. I gotta scroll through, look at the list. I really didn't. I don't know. Like I didn't enjoy "Who Told You," the very first song. At least I'm looking at the official Spotify one. That's the one I used.
Yeah, that's
like
nice.
I started it off and I just thought the beginning was really boring. I was just like, sounds like computer waiting
I didn't
music.
think it was a good song. That song just came out like a couple of weeks ago. It was in my Discover Weekly, and I didn't like it then either. I was like, okay, maybe maybe I'll like it again on this re-listen. I was like, nah, just not for
Yeah.
me. It just seems like a Drake song and it wasn't even a Drake song, but it had Drake on it. But it just seems like a song that I've heard from Drake like 10 times.
Yeah. It was really boring. Like, it sounded like when someone's speaking in monotone without speaking in monotone. That's what the song
Yeah.
it just didn't really make me want to listen to it ever again in my life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was going to be my answer as well.
oh, yes. Yeah, it was. I mean, there were definitely some songs in here I was like, man, and I was, ready to skip or something like that. But I liked when we do these like playlists or albums, I like to listen to all of them multiple times just because, you gotta. So I can,
you got to give it a fair shake.
yeah. So just in case I was just like, wasn't really, because sometimes like I'm doing it while I'm working and stuff. So I'll zone out for like middle part of a song or something like that. So I'm like, okay, I got to listen to this song a couple more times.
Right.
But that one was boring. But it had a lot of, like, I don't know what you call it, like rap or I don't know, whatever. Just it had several of those kind of songs that I'm just not a fan of that style of music. I definitely have some saved. I'm just not. Drake's not rap. What is Drake?
You be
rap, right?
hip hop,
Yeah.
R&B, a little bit of everything.
Rap, hip hop, yeah. So like
that song was a little bit of reggae too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just never music that I'm like adding to playlists. I have a couple in my Toast and Jams playlist, and then anything else that would be like from the meme playlist, the meme chat playlist. That would be the only other one that only time I ever get that music. So.
Yeah.
But do you have any other bottom of the barrel ones that were like, bro, why?
Oh yeah, there was one. Where was it? Oh yeah, Doctor My Eyes by Jackson Brown. I don't know what it was. I don't know. That just wasn't my. I mean, I guess just because it wasn't my kind of music was the only thing. I don't know. I guess I'm not saying that it was bad, but if I were to start picking up my least favorites, that one would be down there.
Yeah,
wasn't for me.
Yeah, I get that. It's just kind of a pretty plain song in my mind. I'll be honest. I liked the beat to Princess Diana with Nicki Minaj.
I did that. Yeah, that was I'd never heard an Ice Spice song before.
Either had I. Like
my pride made me hold out, but that wasn't that bad.
I felt like I'd just been seeing, like all of a sudden I'd never even really heard of Ice Spice, but then all of a sudden I just start seeing her like all over the place on social media. So I'm like, what the heck? So, but yeah, I think this is the first song I might have heard one of her songs before, but this is the first one that I was listening to and knew was Ice Spice. So,
and I'm not gonna lie, I'm usually the last one to vouch for Nicki Minaj, but I thought Nicki Minaj's verse on that was pretty good. Yeah, I thought she killed that.
Yeah, I thought that song was actually pretty.
I don't know who makes Ice Spice's beats, but the beat was really good on that.
Yeah, the beat was solid. I liked the intro a lot. But yeah, so those are my hot takes. I don't know if I have any other like super noteworthy songs, whether bad, really good, or in between.
I felt like there was one more.
I love the Inner City by Marvin Gaye. It was boring. Also, I'll say that.
Marvin Gaye is always a classic, that's for sure.
I said boring.
Oh.
Like I never really listened to a lot of Marvin Gaye. I was listening to this one in the car, and I was like, man, this is about to put me to sleep.
Oh yeah, the Golden Lady by Stevie Wonder. That was a really good song. I'll be honest, I've never listened to Stevie Wonder. I always just pictured him sounding exactly like Louis Armstrong. And that was very surprised to find out that's not what he sounds like. That was a good song. I like that.
That's just what Mom called me all the time, but I realized, I'm like, yeah, I've never really listened to Stevie Wonder either.
Yep.
Just been called it for years. Yeah, dude, I definitely, like, you saying he sounded like Louis Armstrong, that is perfect way to describe it, because that's exactly how I assumed he would sound like, too.
Yep. I'm not a big jazz guy, so you can't blame me for that.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's where I stand on those. I mean, the playlist overall is fine. Like,
I thought the
definitely
playlist was pretty
worth.
good. It's definitely a good summer playlist.
Yeah, definitely worth like going through, putting on. If you're looking for new music, just put this on and shuffle through it because it does have a really wide range of music styles and
And it
stuff
does,
like that.
and it really is just good for like general like summer like backyard activities because it doesn't get too like. I mean, there's a couple rap songs, but it doesn't get like too turned up, and it doesn't get. There's a little couple. There's some slow jazzy songs, but it doesn't ever get like boring or like sad or anything. It's a nice good mix for the summer for sure.
Yeah.
There was one last song that took me by surprise. Was Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius. How Obama knows about Boy Genius is beyond me because I thought that was like super underground indie white girl stuff. Like I had never listened to them because like the people that I associate that band with, like I don't. It's just that kind of that I didn't want to listen to that kind of music. But I listened to that song, Not Strong Enough, and I was like, oh, you know what? This ain't half bad. So I added it to one of my I added it to my random playlist. There's a lot of features on that track. I didn't know who the features were, but that was not a bad song. But I was very surprised because like truly thought Boy Genius was for like hippie indie white girls.
Well, he was president of the United States of America, and indie white girls are part of the United States of America, Rob. He did his research.
They really are. They really are.
He's visiting some mountain town in Colorado, some ski town kind of place, and he's just like, let me quote from
the great Boy Genius.
Boy Genius. I lied.
One word.
I am just wondering your expectations. Have a mind that keeps the other. Mm-hmm. Let me be clear.
Oh, let me be clear.
Make no mistake. All right, I'm done trying to do Obama. That's where I tap out. I don't know if legally I'm even allowed to. So
yeah, legally that's called impersonating a president, and that's a quick felony.
We just got this podcast canceled, bro.
Didn't take long.
You know what we need next week is we need Donald Trump's.
No, gosh, I can only imagine how awful that would be.
Well, I just imagine
Obama's was just mostly
NPR.
country.
Really, you imagine Donald Trump was into mostly country?
Yes.
I don't know what I pictured Donald Trump was to do. It's not country. I imagine him listening to like Joe Rogan just singing. But
that too.
I imagine Barack Obama's was just like the Constitution audiobook.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's one of my favorites. It would have been nice for us to click on that, but I guess he didn't have it.
Presidents and their music taste can surprise you. Yeah.
But yeah, his range did surprise me. He was all over the place, especially with Boy Genius. That came out of left field.
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect. It was not this though, for sure.
We should kiss it.
I will say like it had some like of the like California Love was in there. I was like, you know, the song's always enjoyable to listen. Always good.
Yeah,
to listen
that's
to.
always a classic year round, but especially during the summer.
Yeah, like that'll always put you in a good mood. That song, it just makes you when you're driving and listening to that song, you just feel cool.
Oh yeah.
You're like, yeah, it doesn't matter that I'm in Northwest Ohio right now. California Love, baby.
You're feeling that California love.
Tupac forever.
And Dr. Dre forever.
Yeah. And Roger, who I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was a part of that song. I was like, oh, okay. There's a third guy here.
Yeah, I don't know who Roger is, but I'm trying to imagine saying, hey, I'm going to a concert. Oh, who are you going to go see? Roger. Feels like a book reading.
Who's your favorite band? Oh, Roger. You ever heard of Roger?
You don't know
really
Roger?
Cool with Dr. Dre and Tupac?
It just, that's like the, that song where it's like, you and me and me and you and my best friend, Steve. That's like that song. It's Dr. Dre and Tupac and Roger. It's the same vibe.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, Roger, you done it. He made it. He was apparently good enough to be on that song, and that song is very popular.
Yeah.
So
I'm wondering if he
Kind
was
of
like
curious.
I'm wondering if he was like the producer or like made the beat or something.
I wanna.
Because sometimes they include their names on there, like Metro Boomin does when we did the Spider-Verse soundtrack.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
So he might have just been the producer or something.
I'm looking up Roger, and it's hard. I found someone called Roger. He looked. I mean, that's an old picture. I can
Well,
19,
California
19
Love is an old song.
His most recent song was 1987. Most recent album.
Hmm.
Oh no. That's
Well, like I said, he might be a
this is not in
producer,
order.
so
1991 is his most recent. So I don't know, guy.
I don't know, guy.
So yeah, pretty good playlist, guys. Give it a run through. I think you'll enjoy it. It's definitely worth listening to. Plus, if you're like me and Rob, both of us, I have earbuds in probably. I would say I probably have earbuds in like 10 hours out of the day. If I had to guess,
Same.
I have an earbud in.
I work 10 hours, so I have my earbuds in 10 hours a day.
Yeah. So, because I have earbuds in all throughout work, and then usually at home when I'm like doing this or something, at least I have earbuds in. So,
well,
I run out of music fast.
I found out the Google speakers, because I have like the mesh Wi-Fi system where it's like three Wi-Fi points, and 2 of them act as like Google smart home speakers, like the kind you talk to and like talk back or whatever. But so you can use them and you can link them up so that they play music like synced up perfectly across each room.
Oh, nice.
So I have the 2 little Wi-Fi points that play speakers, and I have another little Google Home set up.
Yeah.
So like throughout my living room, kitchen, and bedroom, I always have music playing.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm walking around cleaning.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. It's just like, yeah, because what I was saying by having earbuds in, but yeah, even that, like, I just always am listening to music. So I always am just like needing new stuff. So if you're like that, which I feel like a lot of people are listening to music all the time and need something new, this is a good way to find it.
Yeah.
Get into some of that old soul. Because honestly, I could see, I'd probably tomorrow at work, I'll look at some of that old R&B and soul kind of music. Because I liked all the songs with that genre that he had here. So I'm going
Fair enough.
to check them out.
Or give the Stones a good listen.
Yeah, well, and 8.5, 9 hours tomorrow. I need to find music. So yeah, give it a listen, guys. But one other
Thanks,
thing,
Obama.
Yeah, thanks, Obama. Is he's still contributing to America? Look at him go.
Look at him go.
The little president that could. So, but other thing that we were talking about is that game, Rob. I'd seen the TikTok before you had sent it, but you got us into it. You set up the playlist, so go ahead and talk about Musical.ly.
Yeah, man. So I saw the TikTok on Instagram like grown-ups do. So it's probably like been several weeks since this guy made this video, but saw this video on Instagram about this guy who's like, hey, here's this new app. It's called Musical.ly, and it's basically like Cards Against Humanity / Apples to Apples, but with music. And so basically, you get a bunch of friends together, and there's not just one judge. Everyone judges everyone's music at the same time, but like there's a category, and like right now, the round me and Steve are in right now is guilty pleasures, songs you genuinely love but you're a little embarrassed to like. And so we'll each drop a link from Spotify to our guilty pleasure, and then like everyone, it creates a playlist when the submissions end. Excuse me. And then everyone goes and listens to that playlist and votes for their favorites. And it's pretty fun. Like the first round was covers, so like songs that were originally recorded by someone else. And we did like songs that were under 2 minutes. Eventually we've got like submit a metal song, submit a rap song, submit a song you listened to when you were a kid, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of fun. And you can do private leagues, which is what ours is, or there's a lot of like open leagues. People just like, anyone can join these. I joined one that's metal throughout the decades. So yesterday we did 70s and I did not do well, but 80s is coming up. So we're getting closer to my metal era.
Yeah,
but it's fun. It's definitely worth checking out.
I'm hoping I find some good jams. Hoping I'm using it to find some good jams.
That's kind of the goal. Yeah. I was thinking about like I know we have like almost no following on this podcast right now, but like we could make ourselves like a Discord, and like I was thinking we could make a league for like a music league for our podcast and like drop the link in the Discord. So
Nice.
maybe we might do that. That wouldn't be that hard to do, but I just don't want it to just be me and you.
Yeah. Just duking it out.
Yeah.
Especially
But,
since we
yeah.
don't know Toots. Like, how good of a
Yeah,
league
we
could
really
that be?
don't. Especially since you and I already have very similar music tastes anyways, so we'd just be I'm always worried about every time a new category comes up. Me and you, I feel like, are gonna be submitting a lot of the same songs eventually. I've worried about it with Winfield too.
Yeah, I've gotten close to adding some stories so far.
Oh, I haven't done that yet.
And I was like, no, because they.
Oh, I thought.
Well, I was thinking of them for the under 2 minute songs. I had one, but it was way
they
shorter. Like I decided not to go with it. Yeah.
I thought for songs with no vocals, I thought you and Winfield would both be submitting Polyphia songs. So I was like, better not. And then I got smacked in that round because I didn't submit Polyphia, and everyone loves Polyphia.
I didn't have anything after that round. That's the one where I put 70s saxophone porn jams.
I was wondering. I was like, that really
I thought it
the
would
choice?
I thought I'd get some votes for it being funny, but apparently not. I got like one from everyone.
I thought I would get more votes for songs under 2 minutes. I just put the Reliant K song where it says, I just wasted 10 seconds of your life, and that's the whole song. I thought that'd be hilarious. I thought that would get more upvotes, and everyone was like, oh, here's one.
Yeah, I'm not doing well. I think you were the lead. I think you got knocked out.
I was. Yeah, my Fall Out Boy Beat It cover really rocketed me up there for a minute, and then somehow Jimmy's winning now, which is just insulting to all of us.
I voted a lot for the Beat It one just because that, like, when that first came out, dude, I jammed that song.
I jammed it so hard. Oh yeah,
it was so good. It
was a great one.
Yeah, so
I've got a heater ready for when we get to a soundtrack songs.
Like songs, so soundtrack songs or songs made popular by like a movie, because I know that's one of them.
Oh yeah, made popular. Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, I've got one locked and loaded, dude.
Give me the first letter of your title. I want to make sure.
S.
Okay,
hold on. Let me make sure I know what the song's actually called.
Yeah, I guess I should probably make sure I know what it's called.
This is gonna give it away. It's not a letter. It's a number.
Oh, okay. Then that's fine. So, mine's a letter. So, all right, just making sure.
Okay, good.
I've got a good one though that I think people will like. But I think a lot of people are gonna come up with some good heat in that too. So.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I wonder if anyone's gonna do All Star, because I wouldn't. That was definitely like
that was the very first one that popped in my head. I'm like, someone's gonna do All Star.
Yeah,
I bet Jimmy does All Star.
I bet Luke is who I was gonna guess does All Star.
Luke might too. Yeah.
Can you do multiple? Like multiple.
I don't know. I couldn't find anything in the settings to like prevent it, so I don't know.
But yeah, it's pretty fun. I mean, ours, when is it set to end now? Because we've got 63 rounds.
So the stupid thing about it is like once you like I picked the pacing when I was like creating the league, and I was like, well, I know not everyone wants to like do this every single day, or like do it like vote and submit in the same day or anything like that. I was like, let's give ourselves a couple days each. And then I set up like 70 something rounds and realized it was going to end of September of 2024. Like, well, no one's going to be wanting to do this for that long.
Dude, honestly, I would not have minded that. I think that would have been fun.
I would have been down for it, but I know a couple people would have dropped out just naturally. But like, I went through and deleted a couple of the repetitive categories, and then I also, because there was like a category that was like songs you wouldn't play for grandma, and then there was one that was like songs you wouldn't play for someone that's easily offended. I'm like, well, that's like the same thing. But so I deleted a couple of those, and then I was gonna go like change the pacing, but you can't change the pacing once it's set. So I have to go song by song and change the submission deadline and like like when to start and when it ends. So like song by song, and like obviously the further away from the original timeline I get, the more I have to tab through the calendar. So like I was already like into songs that we were going to be doing in like February of 2024, and I have to like go in there and open it up and change it and arrow all the way back, and like nope, we're doing this in September now, so
Yes.
it's time consuming.
Yeah, so definitely, depending how many rounds you want to have, you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're setting up stuff.
Yeah, and you can do like lightning rounds, like you can do them like vote and submit a song and vote in the same day.
Yeah, I think I don't know how well I would do with something like that because
Yeah, I mean we all work, we all have jobs.
Yeah.
It'll be a little tricky.
And the problem is ours is like right at 9 is what it's due. So I was sitting on the couch like at like 7, and I'm like, all right, podcast we're recording at 8, and then it was at 9 o'clock, and I got like the notification that a song was due. I was like, oh crap, I won't be able to submit it before 9 unless I do it now. So, but I had one locked and loaded for Guilty Pleasures. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty good jam.
I thought 9 was like a safe time because it's like before everyone's like going to bed, but it's like when everyone like it's after like the hecticness of the day has died down and dinner's done and everything, but like likely before everyone's gone to bed and fallen asleep and forgotten. So I thought that was a safe bet.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid time. So, but it's been enjoyable. I actually just got the notification while you were talking on the phone. I don't know if you said this, but what's cool is like once the submissions have closed, it automatically puts it into a playlist, so you can just shuffle. Like I like to be able to put it on Spotify, and then I'll just have the playlist in my back, and like while I'm working or something like that. So that's nice. I don't have to like click on each song and go back. Click on each song, go back.
Yeah.
So
Dude, Sabrina sent me a screenshot because she has an iPhone. Apparently, she messaged me. She's like, one of you idiots put me onto this band, and I wish you hadn't or whatever. Because she was like, now I'm obsessed with them. And I was like, I don't recognize that. She's like, no, it's from the round we just played. I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. And she sent me a screenshot of what the Spotify playlist that Apple created for her, and it had 2 categories. It said what's included in this playlist and what we added, and it's just like 20 songs. I'm like, that would drive me insane, especially for this specific situation where I only want to hear like these like 8 songs.
yeah,
And I don't know which one is actually part of the game. That would make me so irritated. If Apple Spotify is just like curating your playlist automatically.
well, that's a setting you can turn on. Like I can spec like,
Oh really?
I forget what it's called. Like
Because I know like
Smart
I
Shuffle.
scroll down to my. Oh okay. Well, I can scroll down to the bottom of my playlist and be like, here's some recommended songs. You can add these, but it doesn't automatically do it for me.
yeah, I can do
That's
that.
why I would hate that.
Yeah, I've got. I don't know if Smart Shuffle is exactly what she's got, but yeah, where it'll give you recommendations. I like that too. Is I'll like if I'm doing like I'll do some of those bike rides that are like 5 or 6 hours long. So I'll want something that just keeps playing, but I don't want to listen to the same like my usual playlist. But I want to listen to music I know I'm gonna like because I'm stuck on this bike ride. So I like that because it'll shuffle in like stuff that it matches my playlist that I'm listening to. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what she had, but yeah. So definitely keep your eyes peeled, guys, for our here. Maybe soon we'll make a music league.
Yeah, maybe my next time we drop an episode, we might have made a decision on that. I'm trying to have this one uploaded at a regular time, so like a week from our most recent episode, I should have this one up, and then hopefully we'll be back on schedule after that because I've been missing the mark on the editing recently.
Yeah, and I've been missing the mark on everything social media related. So that's dogs. But
We'll catch our stride here in a minute.
yeah, it's happening. All right, well, guys, there you have a steaming hot pile of Toots recommendations, opinions.
Oh, we didn't actually recommend anything.
Oh yeah, we didn't recommend. Yes, so I even had it. My recommendation. We were recommending from Obama. My non-presidentially sanctioned recommendation is a song I used in our contest because the category on Friday that we had to submit by Friday at 9 was songs under 2 minutes long. And I did Last Chance by Jet. And it did, I thought it would.
I liked it.
I thought it would do way
I
better.
think I only
than
gave
it
it one upvote, but yeah.
Like, no one, I think
I did like it, though.
I think Jamie gave it like 2. I think everyone else gave it 1. I thought it was going to do a lot better, but. So, Last Chance by Jet, I like that.
And my recommendation would be Troubles by Denzel Curry featuring T-Pain. That's been on rotation. I remember when we did our little our rap tier episode when we had that terrible tier list.
Yeah.
I remember Denzel being on there, and I remember saying like I never could get into Denzel. Like he just makes his rap just isn't like clicking with me. And for whatever reason, ever since then, I've liked Denzel Curry a lot. So Troubles featuring T-Pain, very catchy.
We'll have to redo that rap tiers playlist.
Yeah, we'll have to fix it yet again.
But all we do is just say Denzel Curry is actually then we said.
Denzel is S tier, no one else is.
Well, there you have it, guys. Give us a listen. Tell us how they made you feel. Give us a listen to the Obama's playlist as well. Let us know how you guys felt, because I think overall he did a good job.
He did all right.
As a Harvard, I'd expect nothing less from a Harvard-educated man, I guess. So, but there you guys have it. Tune in 2 weeks where we talk about it. Just kidding. I'm not yet.
Spoiler alert.
Who knows what we're going to talk about?
You thought.
Toots.
Because we don't.
That's what we're talking about. Toots.
Which is why we don't know.
Exactly. Now you guys know. That's the backstory. That's our we don't know Toots lore. All right.
That was a good one. Appreciate y'all listening. If we made it this far, shout out our boy Barack. Appreciate the topic and the new music.
Yeah.
You came through again, buddy.
Donnie T, you need to get in there. Give us your next one, and then let's hear what Joe Biden
come through, brother.
After that.
Well, let's end it there.
No, I say we go all the way back in George Washington's 1780 summer playlist. I don't know when
you know he was listening to stuff before it was cool.
Yeah,
you know he was.
Yeah, so it's like you see those TikToks where it's just like people dressed in like old colonial George Washington clothes, and they're like when Beethoven just dropped the new symphony, and they're like jamming super hard to like a super basic piano song or something.
It's exactly what they were doing back then, for sure.
That's George Washington, Father of America. Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe someday we'll do like a Christmas special with all 45 presidents' best jams.
Dude, that'd be
that would be nonsense, but it would be great.
It would be total nonsense. Yeah, that'd be good though. All right.
That's the end of that. We'll see y'all hopefully in 1 week.